morning, everyone. Welcome to What's Up Wednesday. My name is Erin, and today we're going to be going over property automation. So this week, I wanted to discuss how to get your properties all set up. This is going to be one of the most important setup options that you do within our platform. With the property automation, basically, it's simplifying your business. It's making it to where you can add in your properties into your MLS and then have them automatically come into agent marketing. So we're going to be going over that today, discussing some different techniques and ways that you can get those added in. I'll show you some really cool default settings and things that you can set up along with the property automation. So we'll go through all of that. So some things we're working on. We are working on a really cool IDX solution. It's actually going to be an advanced property search that you'll be able to use for your IDX functionality. So that's going to be something that we'll have released. We're thinking within the next 90 days we should have it done. There is a lot of programming that's involved with it, but it's going to give you more options for your IDX features and being able to utilize that, which is going to be really cool. So once we have that done, you'll be the first to know, and I'll be sure to announce that and share with you how to get that set up and get that going and having that available for you. So that will be really cool. And then Emily's actually just going through and updating some other features that we have, the seller leads, or I'm sorry, not the seller leads website, the seller accountability report. That's actually something we're going to discuss towards the end of the month. So we're going to be going over that, and she's going to be revamping the template for that, making it look a little nicer and more up to date to fit with the rest of our features. So we're really excited about that. And I think that's it, just going through and chugging along on some other stuff. So like I said, as anything comes available, you'll be the first to know for What's Up Wednesday. For those of you who missed last week, we just did a question and answer day, just going through and answering some great questions. So that was nice to have that. Like I said, I like to try and do those every couple times a year so we can go through and answer your questions and just kind of be on the same page with everything. So we have that. The next few weeks, next week, we're going to be going over the seller leads website. So I'm going to show you how to use that and the best practices for the seller leads website and showing you some different things that you can do with that. And then also the next week after that, on the 23rd, we're going to go over the CMA report. So I'll show you how the seller leads website can be beneficial to generate those leads. And then once you have those leads, I'm going to show you how to set up the CMA report and get that going. So we're going to be going over to that the next couple of weeks and having that available. If for any reason you guys have any topics that you want to discuss or you want me to go over, any questions, anything like that, you're always welcome to send me an email. I can be emailed at Erin, E-R-I-N, @agentmarketing.com. So if there's anything I can help with, any questions I can answer, anything like that, feel free to send me an email. If you have any future topics you want to learn about in What's Up Wednesday as well, definitely let me know. I love to hear from you guys. I love to make sure that I'm showing you exactly what you're looking for and getting those questions answered. So any questions, definitely let me know. All right, so today like I said, we're going to be doing property automation. So we're going to go through a few different steps and some different things that you can do for the property automation. Now, loan officers, brokers, this is something you can do when you're with your agents and sharing with them, setting up their MLS automation. Basically, this is a hands-off tool. Once you have it all set up, you don't have to worry about adding in your properties anymore. It's automatically going to be done when you have your property automation fully set up. So one thing that we're going to do is to get to this point and to get the process started, you're going to go to your gear icon here in the top left-hand corner. When you click on the gear icon, we're going to go to MLS Pull. Now, when you go to MLS Pull, it's going to give you a couple options here. So you're going to have option number 1. This is going to be your MLS data source. So what you'll do is you'll go to this drop-down menu and you'll find your MLS listed on here. If for any reason you do not find your MLS listed here, you can go down to the very bottom and there's an option that says Other, None of the Above. And then you can type in your MLS abbreviation here. So that's what you would do. Or if you see yours on here, you would just choose your option. So if I'm with California Regional, I would select California, and then it's going to auto-populate the CRMLS, and then you'll hit Save. Now, once you have option number 1 filled out, then it's going to give you option number 2 of which you can then complete. This is step 2. You have to make sure that you're doing this step because this is what is fully going to set up your property automation. So now step 2 is going to be where you're going to click on Find Agent Identity. It's going to pop up saying connect IDX agent account. And then it will say once you connect your your agent marketing account to an IDX agent identity, you will be able to use our Automate My Property Sites feature. Help us determine how to handle your listing syndication. So to get started, what you're going to do is just click here on that Get Started button. Pretty self-explanatory. Two things can happen here in this screen. If we find a match based off of your email and your MLS name, then you would see that you would see a property here with your name. So you would go ahead and hit choose. When you hit choose, it's going to take you back into this first screen that we were at. If you get this, what you need to do is add in an MLS number for an active property of yours. If you do not have an active property at this time, you will not be able to set this up. Do not set up another agent's MLS number in here, because then you're going to start getting their properties only. We want to make sure you're getting your properties. So when you have your first listing, or if you have an active listing already in the MLS, then you can type in that MLS number here. So for example, I would just type in my MLS number for one of my properties, and you'd hit search. If we find a match, then it's going to populate that property with your name, and you're going to hit choose. So because I do not belong to an MLS, I cannot move forward with this, but what you would do is you would select that option and then hit Set Up Agent Identity. Then it's going to take you back here to this section. There's going to be an option here that says Fully Automate Me with a little checkbox. You're going to click on that Fully Automate Me option and hit Save. Once you've done that, then your properties are fully set up for the automation, meaning anytime that you add a listing into your MLS, it's automatically going to come into agent marketing, and it's going to build that property website for you. It's going to build the flyers, the YouTube videos, virtual tour, a handful of other features for you. The other option you have, if you're going to be using additional data sources, if you have many MLSs that you belong to, what I would recommend doing is setting up the main one that you add in the majority of your listings to, and then you can choose to add an additional data source. So if you belong to another MLS, then you can choose the other MLS and hit Add Source. You will have to manually pull in the properties with the MLS number when you do it this way. So that's why we recommend, if you do belong to multiple MLSs, set up your automation on the one that you put the majority of your listings into, so that way we can pull in those listings, and then the few that you have in a different MLS, you can go ahead and have that all set up. So you're going through and filling that information out. So once you have that done, then your properties will start pulling in. Now you have some default settings that you can actually go through and utilize as well. So when you go through and you set this up, oh, and a little side note too, any existing listings that you have in the MLS, we'll pull those in as well. So you'll have those pulled in, and then any listings that you get moving forward, they will be pulled in within 24 to 48 hours of you adding it into the MLS. And keep in mind, if the listing is in sold status or pending status, we cannot pull them in. It does have to be active in the MLS. If it is not active, we cannot pull those listings in. So it does have to be an active status through the MLS as well. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to go over to the Property tab here, over to the left-hand side, and we're going to click on Options. Now, you'll see in the middle, it says Marketing Automation. Now, this is going through and making sure that everything is fully automated. So what you can do is you can have it say, Fully Automate My Properties, and then you can do Activate Auto Pulled Listings. Now, when you choose to do Activate Auto Pulled Listings, this will automatically add the property and activate it to where you don't even have to go through and activate it. So it's going through the whole entire process for you. The third option is allowing auto price update. So when you actually have a price change in your MLS, it's going to come through into agent marketing and change that for you as well. So if you lower the price in the MLS, then it will lower the price within agent marketing as well. Allow status auto update. So if you changed it to sold status within the MLS, then you can choose to have it do that within agent marketing. So you would want to turn that option on as well if you want that. Realtor.com auto post a virtual tour. What we'll do is we'll automatically post the virtual tour to the listing within Realtor.com, which is awesome as well. So that gives you the option to go through and have that done. And then the YouTube video auto-generate. If you want to set up your YouTube channel and have the videos automatically go onto your YouTube channel and have those done automatically for you, I would recommend going through and setting this up as well. So having those videos automatically go and create for you. And you can choose your layout options. So you can choose to do default, which is 1 or 2. And I like 2, but you can choose which option you want. So if you want to do layout 2, layout 1, you can choose whichever one you want and then select it over here. For the auto delete properties, this is going to go through and delete the properties for you automatically. So this is good if you want to try and keep your property count low. You can choose to do when the property expires. So when it goes to an expire status, then it will automatically delete for you. You can have it delete 3 months after expired, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, 2 years. So what I recommend doing if you're going to be going through and you want to keep your property count down, if the property expires and you know you're not going to be using it, have them delete maybe after 3 to 6 months. So that way it keeps your property counts down and it doesn't bulk up your account with all the non-properties that you need. The good thing is if you want to keep your properties in there and mark them as sold status, you can definitely do that. But instead of keeping them just in expired status, it's best that you purge them and get rid of them. So either mark them in sold status or you can completely delete them out of the system. So you can go through these. There's little question marks to explain what each option does as well. So if you have questions, you can hover over these little question marks too, and they'll tell you exactly what those features are. But this is all part of the marketing automation. And again, you can find this under the property tab and then under options. Now, one other thing I wanted to show you that goes along with the property automation, we're going to click over here on the gear icon in the top left-hand corner again, and we're going to go to account options. Now, with the account options, you'll see you have property website default. This is going to be the first option when you go to this section here. So what you can do here is you can have your default website option. So if you have a specific layout that you want to use and you have all of your properties set up for, then what you can do is you can choose that layout. So say that you are just loving layout 14. That's your layout, that's your theme, you love that one. You're going to do your colors. So say that you're cranberry, you want that to be your color scheme. Your default domain you're going to have is now forsale.com or any one of these. When you hit save, now when your properties get added into agent marketing automatically on the automation, it's going to use the website template that you have selected for you, and then that default domain. If you do not set this up, we will automatically choose the template for you and just use our static domain for you as well. So this is nice because this keeps things consistent. If you like layout 17 for all of your properties, you can choose to do layout 17. It gives you those options to be able to choose, but this is nice because then it has that consistency with all of your different property websites. If you don't really care which template or you go through and you change the template anyways, then you don't really necessarily have to worry about this. But if you like to keep things consistent and you like to keep all of your marketing, you can choose to do that and select your template that you want, which is nice. So those are going to be your property automation options. I'm going to go ahead and open it up for questions. This one is a little short today because there's not too much to it, but I'm going to go ahead and open it up for questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to answer or ask them right now, and I'll go through and answer them. Can I have just my broker's listings pulled in only? Yes, you can. If you want that to happen, then what you would do is just go through the MLS pull setup and put in an MLS number for their property. If you want other people's listings to pull in, you can put in their info, but make sure you have their permission to add and market their properties. That's most important. We do recommend that you use your own listings on the automation, but if your broker gives you permission, then you can go through and you can set them up as well. The chat controls are going to be an option that you can use for the property website. So let me go back to that here. So you can add the chat feature onto the property specific websites. Some of the newer templates allow you to have that chat feature, so you can go through and change the different chat options for the property websites. There was a question asking about YouTube. Where would you go to set up your channel? To do so, you're going to go to your property tab and then click on properties. You're going to click on the little camera icon for the specific property, or any property actually you can do. And then you're going to go over to video and YouTube. And then down here, there's an option that says YouTube channel. Now you can go through and authorize your YouTube channel. I would recommend creating your own channel, little side note, just because then you can keep all of your videos in one place. It's an easy access for you to get those videos and have them all in one place. You can add a link onto your personal website. You can use it as kind of your online resume for all the properties you have, which is really nice. So make sure that you do set up your own YouTube channel. You can go to youtube.com and create a free account. If you have a Gmail account, I believe you already have a YouTube account, so you can choose to get that all set up. All you would do is just click on the authorize button. It's going to ask you if you authorize YouTube with your agent marketing account. You'll click authorize. It's going to pull into your Gmail, so you'll select the one that you want, and then you'll hit allow. And then it's going to go back and you're all set up. So it will tell you when your channel has been authorized. So you'll see here that it was YouTube channel permissions found, and then you'll see that it was last authorized just now. So go through, set up your YouTube channel, authorize agent marketing to post on your behalf for your YouTube videos. It's really going to be an awesome option to have. If you manually set up the listings and then set up the auto pull, will you get duplicate websites? You shouldn't. If for any reason you do, let us know. You should not get those duplicate listings, but just keep in mind that if you are setting up the automation, then you won't necessarily need to manually add them in. I do understand, though, that sometimes you want to add in the properties ahead of time, which is totally fine, too. So if for any reason you're getting duplicate listings, just let us know and we can look into it for you. All right, guys, any other questions that you had about setting up the automation? Just keep in mind that this is, let's see, can you edit once it has been populated? Yes, so once the property has been added, you can always go in and edit the details or change out any of the information. You can do so by clicking here on this little edit option. When you click on the edit pencil, you can go in and you can change any of the auto-pulled information. So you have that as an option. So for next week, again, we're going to be going over the Seller Leads website. I'm going to show you how to post the Seller Leads website onto different social media, how you can use it through email marketing. So if you're interested in learning about the Seller Leads website, definitely be sure to attend next week. If you haven't done so already, be sure to follow us on Instagram. Our name is just Agent Marketing on Instagram. Like us on Facebook. We do post the What's Up Wednesday topics, recordings, all of that, new features, whatnot, through our Facebook page and Instagram. So follow us, like us. It's a good way to communicate and just kind of see what's new, what we're working on, and whatnot. So if you have any questions, our support hotline number is at the top of our website. This one is being recorded. I'll have it uploaded onto the YouTube channel shortly. So if you have any questions or want to watch the replay, feel free to do so. There was a question asking where to get those. If you need to get the recordings on your dashboard tab where that What's Up Wednesday tile is, there's an option that says Missed It. When you click on Missed It, it's going to take you to our YouTube channel where you can view all of the past What's Up Wednesday recordings. So if you want to view these, if you have questions, need to view them, you can do so through that YouTube channel. All right, guys, so next week, Seller Leads website. I think that's it. For all you mothers, I hope you have a great Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you guys so much for attending this week. We will see you next week, and have a great rest of your day. Have a great Wednesday. And again, all you mothers, have a great Mother's Day. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.